In this video, I'm going to show you how to style a blazer. Hi there, I'm personal stylist and style expert, Noelle Cellini, and welcome to the video on how to style your blazer. Now, many of you have seen me talk about a blazer before when I talk about the core wardrobe list, which is a list of the basic items every woman should own, whether a stay-at-home mom, a new graduate, an executive, or working part-time. This list is kind of, a good go-to and review of what you should have, what's dated, what you should, get instead, and then the rules of fit. Now, I will be sure to include a link to that below. It is actually an online course in my school, the Style Academy. And a lot of times when I talk about the core wardrobe, a lot of people want me to present about it and narrow it down to like the 5 must-haves, or sometimes even the 3 must-haves, because then I'm going to talk about something else like trends or holiday wear. And I will tell you that every time I have to narrow it down, even to as little as 3 items, a blazer always, always, always makes the list. Now, the first and pretty easy way to style a blazer is actually with just a button-down shirt. Now, what I'm wearing is kind of like a puffy shirt. It is specifically meant to have extra volume here. It actually is a normal sleeve here, and then about here, it has this extra fabric. And I actually saw this on a blog one time, and inspiration can be found anywhere, magazines, on the street, on a blog. That's a lot of times ideas don't just pop into my head. I am inspired by others that I see. And I thought, ooh, I have a shirt like that. And of course I have a basic black blazer. Why don't I try pushing up the sleeves? Now I'm going to show you in a bit that you can still pull off this look even if you don't specifically have a shirt that has this crazy kind of volume at the bottom half. But the idea behind this look is taking a blazer and pushing up the sleeves as much as you can. Now, this blazer is pretty fitted. It's not really loose or really, big in the arm. So it's pretty tight. So this stays kind of here, but I love the idea of pushing it up as much as you can and letting your shirt peek out from underneath it. Now, to show you with kind of a normal button-down shirt, I have my mom, Judy, who many of you probably recognize from either Style Academy lessons or other, YouTube videos. And she here is in a black blazer. This is BCBG. Mine is actually H&M. I'm not usually a fast fashion person, but I bought this probably about 6 years ago, maybe by now, and I've kept it. I've taken care of it. It works, because we'll talk about it a little bit later, because it's the perfect length. It's not too long, it's not cropped, and again, it's not too businessy looking with a traditional lapel. Not that this is bad, this just kind of looks great over dresses. So that's okay if you end up keeping stuff and wearing it and getting a lot of use out of it. So she has a BCBG blazer on and just a button-down shirt from Banana Republic. And as you see, we just pushed up the sleeve as much as we could, and I think that is a really great, easy way to style your black blazer. Now, we went with black and white because most people have black in their wardrobe. Of course, this could be, your basic blazer can be anything. It could be off-white, it could be navy, it could be in a color. You could do something with red or yellow or cobalt, it doesn't matter. Most people just usually have black and it's safe and we know what to do with it. And then I really like the black and white combination because it gives you so many possibilities in terms of you could add like Kelly green or hot pink, orange, really any color, and do lots of different things with it, but it would work with anything in your wardrobe. And then we just added, this necklace is actually all one, so it's just kind of faux pearls and rhinestones and metal, just kind of to complete the look, and I added a pin for mine. Now we can go a little bit more casual with a blazer and opt for a t-shirt. And as we know, the blazer kind of ups the style factor of our outfit. So I have a t-shirt on here, a printed one. It doesn't have to be printed, but I do think it kind of adds a fun element. A lot of times I've been going through a client's wardrobe and she may have like a t-shirt and it has like a girl on it and she's shopping or something, or has like a dress on. And every client asks me, am I too old for this? And, you know, my clients are usually in their 40s, sometimes 50s, and I always say no. And the way to do that is by the time you add a blazer, it makes it more than just a t-shirt. Now, I want you to notice something about this t-shirt. It is actually, if you can see, it's very fitted in through here. This is the line of my body here, but it is actually fitted. So instead of just being a t-shirt that's kind of very square when you put it on, I could wear this t-shirt on its own and it still has a nice shape to it. So now to style this, I actually was just kind of changing and I still liked the pins, this flower pin, so I left it on and I left the earrings on. But truthfully, usually with something casual like a t-shirt, printed one is always nice. I would probably usually just throw on some bracelets. I wouldn't probably do the pin. I'd just do some bracelets. I think that kind of casualness works with a t-shirt. Now, another classic item would be something like a striped t-shirt. And again, I have my mom here with us, and she's in a striped t-shirt. She bought it recently at Banana Republic and her same black blazer from before. And now something I do want to say is that when you know, we're not necessarily mixing prints, but if you kind of don't know what to wear with something and really kind of feel maybe your casual look is kind of maybe getting too sloppy or too casual, something that works really great is a leopard print. Now, you can do a different animal print like a snake print or something, but leopard is kind of classic. You can do it, yes, in the spring and summer. Of course, it works in the fall and winter. And it works for mixing prints because this one is geometric and this one is more random versus this being like dots strategically placed or diamonds and then stripes. That's kind of hard to pull off. So it's good if they kind of play off of each other. So when in doubt, even if she was wearing like a t-shirt with flowers on it or something, she could still wear a leopard print flat. This is actually Ivanka Trump. I know usually they have them at J. Crew, you know, lots of places. So this is a great kind of casual item to have. And then how we're going to style this is, of course, we could do kind of what I call that J. Crew look. You know, we could do a sparkly fancy necklace, but we're going to do something kind of bigger and bold and add this one. I love the colors, and then I'm just going to kind of maybe pop the collar ever so slightly. And if you notice, we both kind of rolled up the sleeves of our blazers. Rolled up and or pushed up sleeves always kind of makes it look like you know what you're doing, whether it's on a blazer or a dress or a shirt. It really kind of gives it that casual, hey, I kind of threw this on, but we really know that you're, you know, here today learning kind of some secrets from a style expert. Now, a blazer is a great layering piece. It works perfectly over a dress, and I have my mom here in a printed one. And the print actually does have black in it. It's black, cobalt, and kind of off-white, which is really nice, so it makes it easy to layer with a black blazer. And again, it's the same one we've used before. We've kind of pushed up the sleeves. And if you notice, actually, a lot of times, you can go search through your closet, but a lot of dresses and tops usually do, and even skirts, do have black going on in it through the pattern somewhere, even if it is something like this is a spring summer dress. It's sleeveless. You know, she could, of course, wear it by itself, but most women, myself included, don't like to show our upper arms. She's okay with that. She has great arms. But so if you look, a lot of things do have black in it, which is nice. It makes it really easy for layering options. So if you know, kind of keep your eye open when you're shopping for prints that always have something at home that you know some neutral you know you can layer it with. So an off-white blazer, navy, black, you know, something like that. Even olive is a great neutral. Now, another quick way to style up a blazer, of course, is just to wear a simple tank. It can be in the same color as your blazer, or it could be a pop of color. I chose to just do black on black. And then I have these flower pins from such a long time ago when, if you remember Sex and the City and stuff, and Sarah Jessica with their big flowers. And I think one is great. As you see, I wore one before, but I think two makes it kind of even more fashion-y. So I could make it three, but that might be like I have maybe a bouquet on my shoulder. So I think the two is really fun, and I left everything else the same. So you probably have some pins or brooches lying around. The key is that if you're hesitant about pairing them together, sometimes like one brooch or pin or something might look too small or kind of dinky or kind of old and lost on its own. That's why I kind of like to, when that's kind of your main accessory, pair it together. And the key is say you have like a brooch that's a flower, then try to pick another one that's a flower or related. Maybe it's a flower and, you know, an umbrella or something. They're both things that kind of, you know, exist outside and do well in the rain, you know, versus, you know, maybe like this is a little bear ring, and a bear and, you know, a flower doesn't really, you know, go together. So try to keep some common theme, or a common color would work well too if you do a cluster of 2 pins or brooches, or 3, something like that. Length is very important when it comes to a blazer. If you notice on the right, it's not that much longer than the one on the left, but the one on the left, I look a lot slimmer because the blazer hits at the pelvic bone, and that's where we want to keep it. Too much longer, and it's going to weigh us down and be too much fabric on the top half of the body. So the last way to style a basic blazer, we're actually going to steal from the French. And this is something that actually one of my Parisian friends has said that she does all the time. And that's, instead of just a tank or even a tank with lace on it, which is another great option, we can actually choose a bustier. So there are ones that are meant to be worn. Like I've seen some people sometimes have, you know, a leather one. This one is actually, I bought it in, you know, along with all the other underwear. So it is kind of see-through in the back, but I just usually only wear it under a blazer and for more of an evening look. I think it's our date night or out with friends. It is a little bit sexier, but it works when you kind of want to change up your basics. So hopefully that gives you some ideas when it comes to styling your basic blazer. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That way you'll be notified when there's any new videos that I share. If you want more tips, check out the Style Academy, which is the online school I've created. It has courses for men and women. There's also lots more tips on the blog there, and I'll include that link below as well. Thanks so much for watching, and if you have any style questions, submit them in the comment section. I'd love to hear them and address them for the next episode. No question is too small or too big for me to tackle. Thanks again, and see you soon.